It's Nerd Radio.
That's cool. I'm taking it back.
What are you, nuts?
I'm taking it back. You watch.
Back with more Nerd Radio, where we eat podcasts. It's part of the BPod Studios Network and on Checkpoint XP's Twitch stream Wednesday afternoons, recording the show live. And then you can listen to us as a podcast going up on Friday mornings on WRIF.com and Nerd Radio 101. Al Beck, Chuck Bean, and James talking about E3. And boy, our chat is blowing up with people talking about their love of Borderlands.
Yeah.
After that last segment. It is a good series. It is really fun. It's very
I only
cool.
played the first one, but I had a really good time with it.
Yeah, me too. Who did you play in the first one? Do you remember which character you did?
No.
Because I
It was,
played,
12 years ago?
Well, yeah.
Handsome Pete. Were you Handsome Pete?
I mean, I think so.
Pretty Paul? I don't know. Is this somebody named Handsome Jack or something?
Handsome
right?
Jack,
Yeah.
yes.
I like calling him by the wrong name because there's a Handsome Pete, I believe, from The Simpsons.
Yes. Yeah.
I played Brick in the first one. He was the one that, like, his special was he would go insane and you would punch everything.
Oh, wow.
And I thought that was hilariously fun. And I was bummed when the second one came out and there was not an equivalent. I couldn't punch everything. I also like taking the guys that, like, drop a turret and then you can run away. I do the same thing in that dwarf game, Dwarf Rock Galactic that we play.
You drop a turret?
Yeah,
when
one
you're
of
mining for dwarf treasures in space?
Yeah, one of the one of the character classes has turrets.
Okay.
Like if you've got a character class with a turret, that's probably the one I'm choosing.
Is it like Taubin or something in Overwatch that has a turret?
Yes.
Yeah.
And he's also a dwarf.
Oh, interesting.
So there it goes. There's
So
a real history of small people leaving tiny machine guns around that'll shoot you in the face. I saw this a couple of weeks ago, and man, I wish I'd thought to have Joel up here. There's a Legocon coming up.
Legocon.
The first ever Legocon is going to be June 26th. Live from the Lego house. They're going to show some of the new Lego, same much like E3. They're going to show some of the new Lego stuff that's coming out. I think they're going to have some special, designs that people had put together.
Cool.
Show some of the coolest Lego things.
I love seeing the stuff people can build out of Legos. I don't know why. I'm fascinated with it. And like Joel,
It is fascinating.
somebody you're referencing, he, to me, is the Lego master builder.
Yeah. He's got a great imagination to it.
Yeah.
Like if I was going to build something, I would build something based on something I already know. Like I'd build a Optimus Prime or something. But he just comes up with stuff like, hey, I'm going to make Eddie Van Halen's guitar. Hey, I'm going to make a monkey giving you the finger kind of thing.
Yeah. Have you been to his place?
Yeah.
Or did you bring? Okay, yeah, because he invited me over and showed me his Lego builds and stuff. I was like, dude,
That's cool.
that's incredible.
Yeah.
I love the idea behind Lego stuff, but I don't have the time or patience or money.
Mm-hmm. Oh,
You know what I mean?
Money's
It's
the big
expensive.
part.
Because it seems like every time things come around where they like, oh, this new Lego set, and this is something a set that they give you, not Joel making it up on his own.
Right.
But I mean, like,
Hey, it's the Millennium Falcon.
the Millennium Falcon and the Death Star too, that I always think of, but they take forever to do.
Yeah.
But like,
kind of instruction booklet is this thick.
Yeah.
yeah, but there was one recently. I wouldn't have gotten this, but it's a cool idea that you could do the Lego recreation of the apartments from Friends.
Yeah.
Like stuff like that. I just saw a couple weeks ago, maybe they're doing like the Beatles cover art or something like
that's
that.
cool.
Like it's just cool stuff.
I know I was talking to somebody at the comic shop about there's I think it's the Daily Bugle, and it comes with a whole bunch of different dudes, but right now that's the big Lego set that everybody's going crazy for. But yeah, LegoCon. And while we're talking about conventions, also the first official WitcherCon is happening in July, a convention based solely on the Witcher books, video games, and now Netflix show.
Is that popular of a property?
I guess so. I mean, it's funny because there's like a Joss Whedon convention, but that covers like Buffy the Vampire Slayer and the Serenity Firefly universe and everything he's worked on.
Sometimes you don't find out how popular a thing is until you have a con. Now, granted, that happened to Star Trek before the days of the internet.
Sure.
But Star Trek got canceled after 3 seasons because no one was watching it. Got super popular in syndication, and then some super nerds decided to throw a convention, and it was huge, like it far exceeded expectations. That's how they were like, oh, we've got
something here.
We've got a property here that could actually make money down the road.
By the way, I forgot to mention it when we were talking about E3, but at the end of Microsoft's announcement, they announced they're making an Xbox mini fridge.
Nice. Does it play games too?
It does not.
Oh.
It's just a mini fridge that's the exact same dimensions of the Xbox Series X.
Don't get those mixed up.
Yeah, what are you gonna
put your games in your fridge?
Yeah, or put your Mountain Dew in your game.
Try to put your Mountain Dew in your Xbox. You're pulling on the side. Why isn't this opening? Oh,
sounds like a very impractical refrigerator. It's gonna hold 5 cans of pop?
Right.
Says the man with the carbonite.
Yeah, well, it holds about 5 cans of pop. That's why I know it's not a practical size fridge because it only holds 5 cans of pop. Actually, I should probably bring my little fridge in and set it up in here since I do hang out in here with these guys on Mondays.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Gotta get some use.
You were just complaining about how all your novelty things got booted out of the studio.
Yeah, all my cool stuff that I had with in my little room where Dave and Chuck the Freak to make room for other equipment.
What?
Had to get kicked out. So
that's garbage.
I had a Han Solo fridge.
Your John Cena shrine?
So, well, no, that's still there.
That's still
okay.
there.
That's from my rebuilding.
Yeah.
But at one point, I got so fed up with having to always take my stuff down, move my stuff around. I was like, F it. I'm not bringing anything cool. I'm taking everything home.
Yeah.
I'm not going to bring anything cool in here. And then I run out of space at home for cool stuff, so I'm bringing it here.
Right.
I don't have room in my house for a John Cena shrine.
Speaking of wrestling, real quick, did you see Samoa Joe's back?
Yeah, last night came back.
Yeah,
NXT.
one of the guys we talked about a couple of weeks ago that they had released that we were like, yeah, how do you get rid of Samoa Joe?
Mm-hmm.
They moved him over to NXT, and he's basically William Regal's enforcer.
Yeah, I love it. I love him as the
Choked
enforcer.
the hell out of friggin' Adam Cole.
Yeah. Fucking Adam Cole.
Baby!
How's that floor taste, baby?
Yeah, I read over the weekend because they had their NXT pay-per-view, and then at the end of it, William Regal said that there needed to be a change, and people immediately were like, pretty sure Samoa Joe's coming back, and somebody had reported that I guess when they released him, Triple H immediately called him and was like, don't talk to anybody, don't sign anything, I'm going to fix this.
Gotcha.
And I guess he was the guy, because Samoa Joe started in NXT and then moved up to the main roster. And Triple H was the guy who signed Samoa Joe, and he's the only guy that is signed with NXT that was also working independent dates while he was with NXT.
Oh.
Like, that was his deal. And then eventually he signed an exclusive contract with the WWE and moved up, and now. But, yeah, Samoa Joe's back on TV.
Yeah, it was cool to see him come out last night and then kick the crap out of Adam Cole.
Yeah.
I don't like Adam Cole.
I like his entrance. Yeah, the boom. The
yeah,
baby.
I do.
That's
like
fun.
that part's cool, but
you guys remember last week I talked to you guys about the comic book company that was called Bad Idea?
yeah.
Oh yeah.
And they were,
which turned out to be a terrible idea.
Yeah, they were trying to like fight against the way the industry has changed. There's a company called Devolver Digital that does a lot of video games for the Switch and a lot of independent games for the Switch and the PlayStation and stuff. They are releasing a game called Demon Throttle. That's going to be kind of it's an old school kind of game. It looks a little bit like Legend of Zelda, honestly, but it will not get a digital release.
You have to buy
a physical cartridge of it if you want it on the Nintendo Switch. Which I thought, we're all basically on the train of like, get the physical copy.
Yeah.
Get the physical copy.
I wonder if the game's any good then.
I watched the video. It looks neat. It, like I said, it looks like kind of a Legend of Zelda style of game, and I do love that top down.
Yeah, Demon Throttle.
Do all Switches still have a physical
a port on them?
Yes.
So you can put a cartridge in. As far as I know, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, like
I know some of the
Switch
new
does.
Xboxes, right? You can get a version that's
all digital.
Yep.
Discless.
And the last story I've got for you comes to us from CBR.com, and it's about Futurama. Are you guys big Futurama fans at all?
Futurama. Bite my shiny metal ass.
So, if you're not aware, Futurama was originally on Fox, and it got canceled, and then it got brought back thanks to Adult Swim, and got some movies and stuff. But before it got brought back, a PlayStation 2 and Xbox game was released back in August of 2003. And would have been, according to one of the show writers, essentially their 73rd episode. It would have been like they decided it was probably their last episode after they got canceled. It's like, well, the work we did on the game is essentially the last episode. And that's all well and good, except for the fact that the plot of it leaves the characters in a time loop that they can never escape.
Really?
Yeah, when you finish the game. So if you guys watch Futurama, I haven't watched a whole bunch of it, so maybe some of these characters you can explain to me.
Okay.
So, taken as the 73rd episode, according to this, the video game is surprisingly grim ending for the cast. Mom, I don't know what that is.
She's like a overlord, like an evil, like if Walmart was a thing.
Okay.
Mom is like the ruler of Walmart.
Okay.
Kind of.
So Mom succeeds in her mission and conquers the Earth that she's threatened to do in Season 2's Mother's Day. And the 3 primary characters are killed just as they're on the verge of victory and doomed to repeat their defeat countless times. Let's see. Although the crew fails to prevent Farnsworth from being captured by Mom, they are able to escape through the Kingdom on the Sun and find Farnsworth's mentor, an ancient alien. He builds them a time machine so they can go back before Farnsworth sells the company. And they rush to prevent the sale and defeat the massive destructor. However, Reanimator is destroyed by Farnsworth, and then they are killed when the last boss collapses on top of them.
Okay.
At which point, Farnsworth sells Mom the company anyways, even though they went back in time to stop him from doing so. Which would mean that they would go find this time machine and come back to fight this boss and get killed by it. So Farnsworth would sell the company and they would get the time machine and go back.
And then keep doing
and that would have
over
been
and
the
over
end
and
of
over.
Futurama if it had never come back.
Do we have our Billy West ID
Oh,
handy?
I do. Yeah.
I feel like we have to play it.
You want me to hit you with that?
Yes.
All right, hold on. Here you go.
Hi, this is Billy West, your old pal. And this is Philip J. Fry. You know, 25-year-old pizza delivery boy. And I was sitting here listening to Nerd Radio. It's real cool.
You don't know anything about radio. Listen to me. I was a radio guy, and I know better than you. Kip, alert the men. I've made it with a woman.
It's my favorite part.
On Nerd Radio.
Also the voice of Doug Funny, I believe.
Yeah.
It was simultaneously one of the coolest interviews I've ever done and most embarrassing.
Because you blanked on his name, right?
I did. But he was such...
We're here with super great voice actor, voice of Doug Funny, Fry from Futurama. You know the guy. What's going on, you?
That's okay. I went to introduce a band on stage one time, and it was a band that I knew. You do Motor City Riffs now.
Yeah.
I used to do that.
Yep.
So it was a band that I knew very well from doing the show, and I was introducing them, and I was like, please welcome to the stage, and I was going to make a joke.
Yeah.
Like one that they would appreciate, but I spun around and pointed at them and then forgot my joke. So I'm just standing there on stage with my hand out, with the mic in my hand, and the singer's off stage like, our name is this. Like, and I into the microphone, I went, I know. And then said their name, and I walked off the stage.
The one time I've gotten to introduce a band on the stage, let me tell you, I was sitting on the side of the stage waiting to go up there, just saying the name over and over again in my head. Just over and over again. New Year's Day, New Year's Day.
Oh,
New
yeah.
Year's Day, New Year's Day, New Year's. Don't forget New Year's Day, New Year's Day.
And he went on stage and said, make some noise for Thanksgiving Day.
Yeah, exactly. Welcome to the
Thanksgiving
stage.
evening.
Yeah.
Labor
Thanksgiving
Day
Eve.
weekend. Oh, no. It's the wrong band.
We're New Year's Day. You got your holidays mixed up.
Welcome, everybody. Flag Day.
Yeah.
That's not a bad name for a band.
It's also a great timely reference.
Yeah.
It was
But,
Monday or Tuesday.
That's the joys of going on stage. You can't talk to me before I go on stage.
No.
Like, get away from me.
Yeah.
You know, because
No, I am trying.
trying desperately to not sound like an idiot.
I'm focusing so hard. I don't care if I crack the mic on the air and I'm an idiot.
No.
But I'm focusing so
I
hard.
certainly don't care if I do that here.
Right?
In fact, I've made a career out of it.
So that's all I got for you guys for this week's Nerd Radio.
The end.
It was
huh?
quite a lot.
Yeah.
Quite a lot
Away.
as far as
A lot of
E3
video
went.
game stuff.
Yep.
Go away.
We'll talk to you guys next week. Of course, follow us on social media at NerdRadio101. And, of course, hang out with us on Twitch on Wednesday afternoons. Thanks for listening. We'll talk to you again next week.
I'm in a difficult situation here. I mean, after all, you're nerds.
This Transformer is cool.
Have a great weekend.
See you later, nerds.
The future's stupid, guys. I'm sorry, but it is.
I have spoken.